ain't photo shoot and shit. Posting it on IG and FB. That for them dumb niggas. It's your drunk or stupid, you move like you off that rum, nigga. Got bananas and drums for them big guns, not only for self-defense. Sometimes I gotta use it as a deadly offense. Just a force in the street codes. I told y'all not to fuck up. King G isn't playing, stuck them up, body life.
What's up, family? It's your host, the Mad Genius. This chapter is called Rivals, which is part 3 of this episode entitled 7 Mile Blood's Instagram Indictment. The guy we have here is Martaze Davis, aka 42 Twin. He got a twin brother. They both are local rappers in the Detroit area. So this whole war got out of hand when this guy right here had encountered some of the 7 Mile Blood members at a parole state office on the west side of Detroit. So the 7 Mile Bloods was in war for quite a few gangs. One of them was the Hustle Boys, the Gutter Boys, and finally the 6 Mile Cheddar Grove. So this hit list started circulating in the summer of 2014 when Billy Arnold and one of his associates had encountered the 42 Twins, which are brothers. We could call them the Davis brothers for this episode. They had encountered them on Detroit West Side at a state parole office. And ever since then, it's been on. So this is the 42 Twin video entitled Get This Money. And his video is Martaze Davis. Unfortunately, his brother was incarcerated during the time of this video. His brother's name is Micheal. According to the prosecutors, they both were members of the Hustle Boys. So, on July 14, 2014, the 23-year-old twins, Micheal and Martaze Davis, went to the Lawton Parole Office early in the morning. So, while the Davis brothers was coming back from the parole office, it was around 11 a.m. They had ran across Billy Arnold, a.k.a. B-Man, a.k.a. Barenzo, the guy that you see in this photo right here. They had ran into each other on the west side of Detroit. By coincidence, the same day the 42 twin brothers from Hustler Boys was seeing their parole officer, Billy Arnold had to see his as well. So what ended up happening as they was coming from their parole office hearing, Billy Arnold was going to see his parole officer. When he had spotted the 42 twins from Hustler Boys, he had called Corey Bailey, a.k.a. Cocaine Sonny. When Cocaine Sonny had arrived, the 42 twins had fled into a car with other Hustler Boys, including DeJuan Page, a.k.a. Neff, who we will talk about later. When the Hustler Boys approached the intersection of Grand Rivers Avenue and Oakman Boulevard on the west side, Billy Arnold and Corey Bailey started shooting at the Hustler Boys. While Billy Arnold and Corey Bailey was shooting at the Hustler Boys, Micheal Davis was struck in the chest. Fortunately, he survived. Unfortunately for DeJuan Page, a.k.a. Neff, he was shot in the left eye and upper body. Neff's eyeball was out of socket as he was barely alive. He was in a coma for several weeks before dying at the age of 22. Months after the shooting, Micheal Davis testified twice in secret in front of a grand jury while he was in trial in January. Several months later in August, Martaze Davis, who survived the shooting was charged in a separate case for a firearm. According to an assistant U.S. attorney, Davis was suspect in the drive-by shooting that killed a rapper named Raymel Campbell, aka Mel, and Dominique Brown in July 2017 near Interstate 94 in Livernois, Detroit. So let's go back and recap a little bit. So there was a big war between the 7 Mile Bloods and the Hustle Boys. And later on, throughout these episodes, you will see that there was also battling with the 6 Mile Cheddar Grove and the Gutter Boy as well. But in this particular video, it go ahead and address their beef with the Hustle Boys, particularly the 42 twin brothers and their friend Dewan Page, aka Neff, who end up dying. The other 2 brothers end up getting shot, but they survived. Actually, Michael was the only one who got shot, but his brother Martaze was getting shot at, and they both survived, fortunately. You know what I mean? This all has started on the day when they crossed paths at the parole office. The shooting took place on the interstate as soon as the Hustle Boys was basically trying to get away, from the 7 Mile Blood members. There was some very young brothers, from the Hustler Boy, they was about 22 to 23 years old. The 7 Mile Blood members, it was about 29 years old. So they was kind of like some OGs. But one thing about Detroit, man, it's like you ain't too young to die. And if you're a female, your ass would get shot too. You know what I mean? That's just how they roll. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, man, that the Midwest, man, is a different beast, man. You know what I mean? You'll look at the news and you'll see a lot of women being murdered, you know what I'm saying? Just as much as the men's is being murdered. You know what I mean? And when you go to Chicago, you'll see that women's is shooting just as much as the men's is shooting. You know what I mean? Just a different beast out there, in the Midwest, man. But yeah, so after the 7 Mile Bloods end up shooting at the Hustler Boys, Michael Davis end up snitching. He tried to tell in secret, but eventually, the word had got out. The prosecutors, they couldn't keep it a secret, so it got to the 7 Mile Blood members, you know what I mean? That just sparked things up a lot more, you know what I mean? And around August, that was like a little bit over a year after the shooting took place at that parole office, Martaze Davis, was charged with a federal gun case for having a firearm.
The bruise to the shit. Real niggas, they playing, they slap their clips in and get the spraying. The bruise to the shit. Real niggas, they playing, they slap their clips in and get the spraying. I don't get close to niggas. I might have to kill you one day. Other than business, I don't have any friends. Fuck the world, it's only good for the ends. When it comes to that, motherfuckers pretend I gave you a chance by extending my hand, but you bit my finger, shot mode. I thought you was my man. When I was in danger, you didn't pick up the ringer.
M.A. to the motherfucking D, the Mad Genius. If you don't subscribe, you a bitch!